I don't know what's happened to it.
You don't know what's happened to it? Look.
Someone's nicked it.
Turned into a fucking Grinch already, isn't he? Look.
He's a grinchy, grumpy boy.
He is a grumpy boy, alright.
Come on, Adam, get in the spirit of things.
Get in the spirit of things. How are you boys this evening?
What do you mean, yay? Yay. Okay, once more with effort.
I've got beer, that's enough.
I've got beer. And you've got your... Oh, you've taken off?
What is that?
What?
What's he drinking? That look like medicine.
Oh, it probably is. But you've taken off your... your lovely knitted sweater.
I can put it back on?
No, it's well, whatever's comfortable for you. What are you doing?
Bit of liquid courage, John.
What? Was that that wasn't a Jägermeister, was it?
Oh,
it
yeah.
like Jaeger.
Yeah, it was.
A Jaeger bomb?
A Jaeger bomb!
My hat's off to you. No, it's not. It's on, actually.
Yeah.
They're even Jägermeister themed shot glasses. Look. You can't really see them, but yeah, that was good.
That's
good stuff.
Fucking dodgy stuff, that. Remember, you're running this show.
Be alright.
It'll be alright.
I've only got the one.
You don't drink.
It's only 35% alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Just as well, there's only a little bit of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I seem to be over to the wrong side. Hold on.
But Trudy says, "Don't go mad, Adam." Militant Mushroom says, "I'll do." Luke Honeythunder, who put his comment in a very long time ago, before the show even started.
I'm going the wrong way now, am I?
You look okay. You look fine. You look good. Stay exactly where you are.
I'm watching me on YouTube.
You look fine.
Yeah, I've come back. I'm back now. Right. Okay. Talk to me.
John, you haven't introduced the show.
No, I haven't introduced the show because you've been too busy taking Jaeger bombs and stuff, and I've been going, bloody hell, what's going on? So I'd like to welcome you all to this Friday night when we are all in,
Woo!
baby. Woo! With me, John, Ben, and Adam. And we don't have, at least this week, we're not going, where's Adam? Where's Adam?
No, because he's not ill anymore. He's not ill.
He is a sickly child. He's a sickly child. Listen to him. He sounds sickly.
And I want to take this opportunity, because Adam's not got a singing voice on him, to sing happy birthday to a wonderful viewer of ours, young Miss Shalini. She says she's 21 again today, and you know what? I'll absolutely accept that. So, happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday, Mr. President. No, seriously, happy birthday, Shalini. I hope you had a good day. I saw the desserts in the restaurant, and I saw your other half moaning that he'd been fed his ice cream in a dog bowl. I saw that.
That sounds very apt and appropriate.
Yeah, it's very apt and appropriate. Trudy says happy birthday, Shalini, as well. Unfortunately, the YouTube and the Twitch chats are no longer merged, so it might be prudent for those of you on Twitch to go and watch on YouTube to get involved in that chat. It's entirely up to you. But we've got a new system going, because we're also live on the Twitters. Hello, the Twitters.
Indeed.
How are you doing, the Twitters? I hope somebody's watching.
And we're also tight, because we don't like paying for a restream, because one, it is a bit of a shit when it's free, and two, it's too expensive.
Well, exactly. They want like $30 a month off us to do this, and to have all the chats merged and stuff. And I've not got it.
No, we don't have it. We don't have that, Ben. We don't. We can't have that, mate.
Vaughan wants to know, is the klaxon working now? Well, if you send us money, you can find out.
It should be. There's no reason why it shouldn't.
No, there's no reason why it shouldn't. But tomorrow night I am back, obviously, with a New Year's Eve spectacular.
Let me see if I can do a text one. Anyway, carry on.
New Year's Eve spectacular, where I'm going to be singing you songs, singing you songs, singing you songs, until 5 past midnight. We're starting at 10 p.m, and it will be a fundraiser to raise the final pennies I need to go for a drive. I'm going to go for a drive next week. And I'll be obviously taking you along. Wow, this is going straight to my head.
It's good stuff.
I didn't think it would go to my head this quickly, I must admit.
Yeah, okay. Right. I don't know if the collection's working or not. You'll need to put money in and test it.
If you'd like
that old chestnut.
If you'd like to find out if the klaxon's working and a private message of yours gets read out on the show, then please consider a donation at Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/chasing dissent.
And you know what? If it doesn't work and you have donated, I'll read the message out. I'll make it read the message out tomorrow. Not tomorrow.
Tuesday?
We don't do a live show on Tuesday.
No, Monday.
Monday.
Do we get Sunday off?
We get Saturday and Sunday off always.
Well, I'm not taking
If
Saturday
you choose
off,
to
am I?
do a show on Saturday, that's entirely up to you. But
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday is your day off.
Yeah.
Tuesday's not a day off. We just don't do a live show.
Fair enough.
Because last week we did a video on Tuesday and 2 shorts.
Fair enough. Now I see there's currently 13 people watching on YouTube and only 9 likes. Let's rectify that, shall we?
10
Let's
likes. I can see 10.
Okay, well, let's...
There are 10 likes.
Right, fine. There are 10 likes. Jesus
like
Christ.
Did you like it?
Me?
Yeah, you.
No?
Oh.
Are you logged in as? Who are you logged in as?
Well, I'm monitoring the situation, so I'm logged in as us.
No. Who you logged into YouTube as?
Us.
Just answer. Right. So if you've liked it, it won't show your like.
I haven't.
Okay.
I've done 9 likes.
Right. Okay.
You've done 9.
I haven't.
You're just a dick.
Right. Jesus Christ.
Right, are we going to get this show on the road, or we're just going to keep going on about housekeeping things and stuff?
John, get the show on the road. Come on.
I've already introduced it.
Yeah, but get the show on the road.
Well, right, okay, so there's a lot of shit going on about Andrew Tate and Gettr. Yeah?
No.
Now, we brought this up yesterday because we said that we didn't know during our show that he was going to get arrested.
No.
But we did think the whole thing seemed a bit of a fit up anyway, didn't it? Because I was going on about the sexual tension in the room in a jokey way. But, you know, there is... it just didn't seem right. And I don't accept that he went... He didn't really go for her in a hard way, you know. He just freaking pulled her chain a wee bit, and I don't think anything that happened has anything to do with him having a tweet at Gettr, and I don't think it's got anything to do with fucking pizza either.
Well,
I mean, right, hold on. The guy flies everywhere in a private jet.
he does.
Right? Flight plans.
Yeah.
But entry restrictions still apply to private jets. You still need to show your passport and whatever. You might get away with not having to have a COOF test or whatever, but you still needed to show your passport and stuff.
Of course.
Right?
So they'll know he's in the country.
Yeah, so they knew he was in the country. It's pish, you know?
Of course they knew.
It really is. And you know, the whole thing, I'm leaning towards a setup.
Right.
By Andrew Tate.
There is another explanation, though, John. In Romania, they don't have computers. So they would know about pizza, and they'd be able to read the text on the pizza box. But if they had to do a Google search for a plane...
if you're just going to come out with that shit...
It's true. If you look at the pictures of Romania, just Google pictures of Romania.
Fuck off.
This is
Fuck's
where
sake.
we are 9 minutes in.
That's what we're reduced to. No,
9 minutes in.
I know. I'm leaning towards a setup by Andrew Tate because, one, everything that's been reported was wrong. Everybody went and this is what really annoys me. This is a 24-hour news cycle at its fucking absolute piece of shit worst.
Yep.
Right? Because everybody jumped in hard and jumped on the last story, which was the human trafficking thing. Now that's fucking that's not what this is about, right? So they jumped on that. They brought all that out, and that's just old. It's old shit. It's old shit. So that they're making stories up because they've got their 24-hour news cycle and they've got to report it. They check fuck all. So the MSM are just as guilty of spreading misinformation as anyone. In fact, they're probably more guilty because they're so desperate to get views, they're so desperate to get their clicks and likes that they just put any old shit out and then they just go, oh, sorry, we'll retract that. But the retraction's a fucking tiny, tiny bit in the bottom of their website. They don't come on and say, no, sorry, we didn't mean that. So, MSN, pish.
It's
right?
like it's like I say, you know, the lie makes it halfway around the world before the truth can get out of bed in the morning.
So they jump on the wrong story, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's in jail well, he's not in jail, he's taken to the police station. He wasn't even fucking handcuffed, right?
I think he did have some cuffs on in the picture I saw.
Well, okay, but it didn't look like he had cuffs on in the car. So I don't know what I'm telling you, fucking Romania, it's corruption level. It's only behind Romania and Ukraine and Scotland, right?
Yeah.
So I think he's fucking paid them off to either do the thing, right? He's either paid them off to do the thing and make it look good, or he's paid them off to get out, right? But the story seems to be that it's to do with money laundering, right?
Yeah. So
it's fuck all to do with human trafficking. So you know what? It's going to be confused, and that's why you can't jump in and go blah blah blah. And some of the fucking bloggers and things are just as guilty as anyone else because they're not checking anything. They're just fucking feet first in there. And did we do that? Did we? You know, we liked. I mean, if something's happening, we'd like to be in on it, but that's not something you can jump in on because you don't have any information and you can't check anything. So. You know, we sit back and we look fucking quite smart now because we brought up the thing that the Greta thing was a bit dodgy looking to start with, and then that explodes. But it's Friday. And what happens on Friday?
Stuff gets buried by... It's Distraction Day.
Bury the news day. Yeah, bury the news.
Yeah, it's Distraction Day.
What's the real fucking news? That's the one you've got to look out for.
It's a good question. It's a very good question, and one we could punt to the chat and ask what they think is being covered up.
Yeah, well, let's punch the chat. First of all, you can't recycle pizza boxes because there's too much oil in them because they get covered in grease from the pizzas.
They burn well though.
Yeah, but it fucks up the cardboard recycling. If you put all that oil in the vat, so you wouldn't put pizza boxes into recycle.
I mean, I really don't drink. I'm just going to say that.
Trudy didn't see cuffs.
I think that was a little bit of a mistake.
Yeah, well, it might have been at the very start. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you're not used to it.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody put a thing up today on Twitter, which was a map of Scotland and England. And it had all these different things about where you lived and what you were. And this guy said he was from the land of shirtless men, which was obviously Newcastle, all that area. And the area I'm in just now is the land of the perpetually drunk.
Yeah. I mean, you fit in quite well, don't you, John?
Fuck you, I thought.
You did walk into that one. You did.
Oh, Shalini's on YouTube. Welcome to the real world. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Shalini.
Dear Shalini.
Happy
birthday to you. Ow, ow, ow.
Hip, hip, hooray!
Happy birthday.
There we go. There we go.
Oh, my head's hot.
Got him to say it. Birthday girl in the room, says Trudy over on YouTube. Birthday girl in the room. Well, you know what? I've seen a lot of people that were semi-supporting Andrew Tate over the last few years, whatever. They're turning on him very quickly on Twitter, aren't they? A load of it, they're all just turning on him straight away.
Yeah.
They're like,
well, of course they are.
Well, we don't want to be involved with human trafficking. Oh no.
Well, hold on a minute. It hasn't done anyone that supported Biden any harm.
Well. Oh, right. You didn't go there.
Yeah, right. So, it doesn't make any difference. Right. One, it's not about human trafficking because that issue is a separate issue and that's not what this is about. But anyway, if you didn't know...
I've got a theory, John.
If you... just a second, right? If you didn't know about the human trafficking thing, then you didn't fucking do any digging into the past, right? But anyway, does it make any difference as to what he actually says? Because, I mean, we've said it before, the guy's an arsehole, right? We have invited him on the show. If he came on the show, we would tell him he is an arsehole.
To his face, yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, we're arseholes as well.
We are.
So, I mean, I feel perfectly qualified to identify and tell people that they're an arsehole.
We recognise our own.
Yeah. So, but that doesn't mean everything he says is rubbish, because he talks a lot of sense.
Well, this is it.
And he brings out a lot of things that people are frightened to say, you know?
And you know, he makes his money off his controversy, right? His controversy is his moneymaker. And so it pays for him to continue to be more and more controversial and say more and more controversial things and, you know, set these sorts of things up. So, you know, because that's what it is. It's Andrew Tate in the spotlight. Because another thing that I've been seeing a lot of on Twitter is loads of people saying, I didn't know who Andrew Tate was until all of this happened.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
that's my theory.
Did I not say that I suspect it could be a setup by Andrew Tate at the start of the show? Well,
he's had a lot of coverage from people like CoffeeZilla who have gone to town on him. And his website, his new website, which came live on the 22nd of December, is called therealworld.ai, and it lists a lot of his antagonists. It's interesting if you look at the certificate on there, he's only bought it for 3 months, which means potentially he's not that confident about this website being a success. So we'll see.
Interesting.
Well, hold on. He's bought what? The
certificate.
The SSL?
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily, because it depends who your host is, because I have, on my host, you get a 3-month certificate. It auto renews.
Right, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, so it could be that. So
it could be that. But what does this website, what does this realworld.ai website sell? Because Andrew's obviously selling something for it, because that's what he does.
Is he not selling his course?
Which course? The Hustlers University course?
Yeah. You see, this website is a global community of like-minded individuals striving to acquire an abundance of wealth. We provide our members with an advanced education and mentoring from multimillionaire experts. Our fully independent learning platform is designed to break people free from the matrix.
It's his Hustler University stuff.
It's just Hustlers University under a new guise, isn't
Rebranded, it? Yeah. Just reinvent. I mean, you've got to continually reinvent yourself. Look at us. We reinvent ourselves every day.
This is not just Hustlers University. Hustlers University was step 1. Then step 2 was the mass exodus, is the real world. And then step 3 will be this real world AI.
So it's unplug from the battery.
Unplug from the Matrix. I mean, that was what he tweeted, wasn't it? He tweeted this morning like the Matrix sent their agents.
Yeah, but then Elon Musk is fucking tweeting Matrix shit as well now. Do
you reckon they're now mates?
I don't know what that was about. There was too many. I mean, have you seen Elon's agreeing with Richard Dawkins now as well?
Over what?
What about?
Well, Richard Dawkins has questioned a scientific journal who have become too woke.
Right.
So he has said, you're too woke, basically. And he's written an article about why this journal is completely wrong in its approach to science. And he said this is happening a lot in science now. And he's right.
Yeah, of course.
Well, almost everyone is completely wrong in their approach to science because they're not treating it as science anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, climate science is a joke.
Yep.
I mean, if you take the data, I mean, you take the raw data and cherry pick the bit that you want and put it up in isolation, then you can show anything you like. You can show the world is cooling, the world is warming, you know, the world is a corn pop. You know, you can do anything you like.
Yeah.
If you take stuff in isolation and ignore the science, because these people are ignoring the science. And then you've got to remember as well that everywhere is becoming urbanised, and that's where they put all the bloody monitoring stations.
Yeah.
So they're taking the temperature from all these urban heat islands, which are not representative of the surrounding area. I mean, you go to New York City, you're in a completely different microclimate, right?
Yep.
And I mean, it can be hot in New York City, but you go out in New York City and the weather just suddenly goes woof, much cooler, you know, because you've got that big urban heat island effect. And the same thing happens in London. You go into London and it's fucking stinky and hot, right? And then you come out into the country, even just go as far as Reading, and it's much nicer, you know, sit by the canal with a pint, you know. Look at me, a Scotsman talking about places in England.
Did you see that article from The Guardian, John, about Terror Watch? The bigger rise of the Mediterranean sea levels. Studies show sea level rise on the Amalfi Coast over the last 20 years is twice that on the Costa del Sol.
Right. So the question is the sea level rising in Mediterranean, which is almost landlocked, right? So is the sea level rising, or is the Amalfi Coast sinking?
Well, that's a very good point. And there are quite a few volcanoes around there. Well, there's quite a few plates.
Yeah,
so.
But you got to remember, that's what's happening with the British Isles. England is dropping into the water and Scotland's coming out of it. So the whole UK plate is tilting.
Yes.
Slightly. And it's an infinitesimally small amount, you know, year by year. But that's what's happening. So if you say that water levels are rising in England, but they're dropping in Scotland, the water level's not moving. It's England's going down.
Yep.
I'll save you, Jack. Hold on, I'll never let you go.
Then he falls off.
He didn't fall in. She pried his cold dead hands off the board and threw him away.
She was on a fucking look. She was on a fucking door that was big enough for about 14 people. Right?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, there's no room on this door, Jack. It's that fuck. Come on.
Let me on. Get your fucking hands off, bastard.
John, this article goes on to explain
that
the reason the difference in the sea level is because of the density of water. So what they said... Bullshit! They said, due to the changes in water density and circulation patterns in the Mediterranean, this has implications for coastal engineering. So they're suggesting that water's more dense in one area of the Mediterranean, which means that it must be, I don't know, sinking down maybe? I don't know. It's just...
Well, why is it more dense?
This is from The Guardian as well.
Oh, that's... What... Right, so what we got? A salty river or something? I mean, because that's the only thing I can think of making it more dense. It's either got to be a cool current or a salty river. Now, where's all the... Is maybe all the cool water's coming off the Dolomites or something like that and running into the... and making it colder so that it is denser there. Maybe. But, you know what? What's the actual measurements? What are we talking about?
Give it to us, Adam.
I think we're looking at, to their surprise, they found that the sea level fell by about 9 millimeters.
Oh my God, 9 millimeters! That's like,
90...
it's like this!
Fucking end of the world! Shit! See, everybody stop digging a fucking shelter! It's over!
That would be halfway up my flip-flop sole!
Jesus Christ!
The average rate of sea level rising in the Mediterranean is 3.6 millimeters over the last 2 decades.
Oh no!
The rise has not been spread evenly.
3.6 millimeters over 20 years.
The rise has not been spread evenly.
Gives a fuck.
Stop the world!
You know what?
Stop the world! I want
Is it possible that this is in the margin of error of the measurement system?
Yes! Oh, it's very fucking possible, John. It's very fucking possible.
It depends how they were measuring this as well, and where, you know, the variables are just too many to contemplate.
First question. Was it consistently measured before or after lunch? Because the Italians are just as fucking bad as the French when it comes to drinking at lunchtime. Yeah, I think that's a joke. That's a joke. What?
I've got nothing. I've actually got... At the right, listen. Let's put this into perspective, right? Into perspective.
There's a fucking knob on
Over
Twitter.
3.6 millimeters.
There's a knob on Twitter who's still fucking arguing about the government. Remember I said government shouldn't be forcing people to do anything?
Absolutely,
Right?
yeah.
And this guy goes, "Oh, so we shouldn't be forced to drive properly. We shouldn't be forced to go to school. We shouldn't be forced to do people shouldn't be forced to pay for their crimes."
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, everything you fucking asked just says you need a police force." And after 3 fucking days, he's now come back with law enforcement is government. No, it's not.
No.
It is not.
In the words of John, no.
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 No, it is not. Law enforcement is not government.
Law enforcement is law enforcement. And if law enforcement is acting as an arm of government, then it's gone awry.
Exactly. And I mean, we could contend that law enforcement has gone awry, but basic police force, law enforcement is not your fucking government. And the states are a prime example of this, right? Because a local sheriff is elected completely separately from the state legislator, right? And operates completely separate from the state.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
So Elon also tweeted stuff today that I did not like.
Like, such as?
He tweeted, carbs are great or something like that, right? Or carbs are awesome, right?
He just likes cakes like me. That's all it is.
Yeah, I know. Cause
Look at the size of him. And you've seen his moves. He's got moves. Come on.
He has got moves. I mean, let's face it, he's a fat guy. He's a fat guy in there. You're
He's
trying
a
to get
techie.
out. He's a bit like me. I mean, I'm a thin guy encapsulated in a fat guy's body. But he's like a thin guy with a fat guy. The inner fat child is still wanting to bust out.
I'm just a fat bastard. I've accepted it and I'm embracing it.
Yeah, well, no, don't do that because look at that. Those clowns that you showed me on YouTube that are trying to eat themselves to death. What the fuck are they thinking?
Oh, we're going to do some content.
300 pounds or something.
We're going to do some content, aren't we? We're going to do some content about Nicocado Avocado and the whole mukbanging thing on YouTube. Just Jesus Christ.
I don't even know if you want to approach that. That's like, I mean, I don't know, how do these guys get away with that? Because that's like self-harming.
It is.
You know, it's not pleasant and it's not pretty.
Shalini asked me a question in the chat.
Yes, it was alcohol.
Was it?
Yeah, he took a Jaeger bomb. That's why he's kind of sitting there losing it. You haven't got another one. Ben, you're streaming this.
Yeah.
Fucking see if we finish early, people. You know why?
Cameras will all be sideways.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell! Here he goes. Don't do that. Fucking knob. How much Jaeger have you got?
That's it. I'm done.
That's not answering the question.
That's it. I have none left.
You only said you had one to start with.
I literally have none left. I
You
promise.
lied.
It was a bit.
Yeah, you'll not be playing Fortnite after this.
I will be.
He'll probably pay better, John, if he does play.
Right, anyway,
From
where were we?
Hold on.
Puddy, he looks like gay jail bait 10.
On. The klaxon went off, John.
Oh, right, cool.
And he said something.
Yay!
Oh, yeah.
We got a 10 quid.
Ah, sweet. That's fine.
Thanks for that, Vaughan.
Adam is purdy. He looks like jailbait. That's what it says.
Yeah.
Is this how we're going to trade insults now?
He said Adam is purdy. He looks like gay jailbait, I think
Right,
he said.
where's my phone?
Adam
I'll give him... I'm going to donate some more money.
I said earlier, Adam is way too pretty for porn. He really is. He'd just be wasted. He's too pretty for porn.
He's far
Can't
too
have somebody that.
I mean, let's face it. I'm the eye candy on the show, but Adam's close. He is close. Look at him.
I've got my Zelensky t-shirt on tonight as well. I borrowed it.
What the fuck is going on?
But that's £5 towards my final €100 that I need. So thank you very much. I will take that. And if you would like to continue to help me go for a drive, then please consider more donations either there, or you can still sponsor a ball at paypal.me/WheelieBricks, or tomorrow you could dig deep whilst I haul myself out to you, singing you songs, and I might even get pissed doing it. We'll see. We'll see.
Right.
That is all the alcohol. That is all the alcohol I have, though, John.
What were we talking about?
We went off tangent, really. We started on Andrew Tate, didn't we? But we never really finished that.
No,
yeah, but what was I talking about there just before he dropped another bomb?
It was a gift set. Somebody got me a gift set, and it had too many bottles of Jägermeister in it, and it had 2 Jägermeister shot glasses for the bombs. And I thought, well, I can either have it sit in the freezer, because it's been in the freezer since Christmas Day. Because Jägermeister doesn't freeze. So, it's been sat at -20, and it's nice and cold. But it can either sit in the freezer, or on Friday night, whilst you guys are both having a drink, I could actually have a fucking drink with you too.
Excellent.
But now I'm done. I've got some Red Bull here, and then some Dr. Pepper with cream soda from the United States. So that is me for the rest of the evening. Shall we move on? Shall we?
Yeah.
Where shall we go?
Then.
Where shall we go, John? You said we've got plenty to talk about tonight, so where shall we
there is
go?
plenty to talk about. Where would you like to go?
I don't know. We should have a wheel. You know Adam made that wheel.
Well, you've got the funny bits of the slides.
Yeah, but I can't show them. So, Adam, if you go into the Google Drive.
Yes, I'm going there now.
Right, and
Slides.
you go to Review Week, the folder Review Week.
Yes, got it.
And then you go to the slides from 2912.
2912. Let's have a look.
2912.
The picture of the little thumbnail should be a little.
There's one there. There's one there called 3012.
Oh, is there?
I put them in a separate load.
Oh wow! Jesus Christ, he's organised.
3012.
30.
Yeah.
I've got it. Yep, I've got it.
And then there's some slides there that were going to be on the end of yesterday's show before it just went mad and died.
I was talking about Elon Musk and the things he said, and the second thing he said really, really worried me.
So if you want to start with those slides, we'll start, and then
He doesn't need to do them yet, because the second thing that Elon Musk said that really, really worried me was mRNA is a very promising technology.
It is promising. Well, that's correct.
For what?
But, well, this is the thing for gene editing.
Yeah, but see, I didn't think it was meant to be for what they're using it for.
Well.
It's a conversation we can't really go down on this at this moment in time, because it doesn't comply with the narrative that's on this particular platform.
We can't.
If they get it right, it's a good technology, but they haven't.
Yeah, if they get it right, if they want to abandon evolution and start fucking about with people as if they are just basically meat sacks and robots.
Have you seen the movie
that's how you want to
Gattaca?
look at it. Yeah, I have seen Gattaca. Have
Yeah.
you seen that other one where everyone was programmed to die at 30? You know, the Logan's Run type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is that where you want to go? Because that's what could happen. You know, if you don't have the money, you just pop off at 30 or 33. 33 is a better number, isn't it? Just have them die at 33.
Well, there's lots of science fiction movies and ideas where that is the future, isn't it? To get rid of the people that aren't economically viable anymore.
It's almost like they're programming you to say, "Oh, this happened in a movie once, so here we go."
That's right.
Well, they just try and normalise everything, though, don't they? I mean, everything's trying to get normalised. Look at what's happening in China just now, right? So let's step back dispassionately and look at China. Right?
China is asshole.
Right. So China is asshole, because China has done nothing but for the last 3 years than pursue zero cuff, right?
Yep.
Much like Australia and New Zealand did as well. So they've all pursued zero cuff. And what happened? What happened when they stopped locking people down? Rampant, right? Because one, your people don't have any immune system left because they've been locked up for 3 years, right?
Yep.
And two, as we discussed, all you can possibly do is delay the inevitable. You can't stop it happening. You just make it happen either slower and longer, or in a big rush once you just drop your restrictions, and that's what they've done.
And then off the back of all of that,
so now you've got America, which has enormous levels of positive people in America anyway, and a high uptake of the treatments, right? And then you've got all these Chinese people who are all treated to the max. So what's the point? Because America's now testing them before they can let them in the country.
Chinese,
What's the point?
Did you not see the breaking news this afternoon? So have we.
So what's the fucking point? See, this is our government makes the right decision and then fucking turns around at the whim of the mainstream media because it's them that's done it.
And I mean, even the experts on this occasion, even the quote-unquote experts turned around...
saying you don't need to do it.
Yeah, turned around to the British government and said it will make not much difference at all. And yet, because they don't want to fall foul of the mainstream media, as you say, the mainstream media...
So it's fucking not the government that's running the country. It's the corporations and the mainstream media.
Well, that's any Western nation at the moment, isn't it? Except for Italy. Giorgio Meloni seems to be on the ball.
Every fucking nation, apart from China.
Right, Elon's latest tweet.
Russia.
If you don't think there's at least a tiny chance you're an NPC, you're an NPC. So he's suggesting that we're all in the Matrix. So is he going in with Cobra Tate on this?
He's just going down this Gates thing, and I don't mean Bill Gates. I mean the guy, the physicist Gates, who found the fucking error correcting software in our check marks in our DNA, which I think is a bit of a fucking stretch, right? He's just making shit up, basically. And let's face it, all science is you make shit up.
From Andrew Tate, John is a beta male 10.
I'm not sure I like this fucking drunk Ben. He's no fucking letting the traffic flow. Listen,
no, I stopped you because of Kofi. It went off again.
Oh, well, we can't hear it. I am a beta male. But I'm more of an alpha. Anyway. But anyway, so you've got to fucking share the audio when that thing goes off. You need to fix this so as we can hear.
Let me fix it now.
Yeah,
anyway.
I could see it drifting up the screen. And
yeah, but
the audio of Ben laughing knowingly is enough.
Right.
There you go.
Well, I didn't know. I mean, he's pissed. He could have been laughing at anything.
Pissed, you moron!
And I've lost my train. Right, what was I talking about?
I don't know, Mr. Beta Male. What were you talking about?
No, what were you talking about? Fucking before you started laughing.
About Elon Musk and the NPC, and you were talking about.
Oh, I was talking about the error correction. Right, science. Right, science moment. Here we go. Science moment. Science. This is how science works. Science is made up shit, right?
Yep.
You make something up, okay? You then look at it and go, I think my made up explanation for what that is works. You then experiment and test it. If that fails, your made up shit is wrong. Okay? And you go back to the drawing board, you make new shit up, you test that, and until you get one that actually succeeds by experiment, then your hypothesis is disproven, right? That's how science is supposed to work.
That is how science is supposed to work, yeah. Science is a question.
That's not how science works now. Science now works on, 97% of scientists agree that this is the case, so science is settled. No, it's not. That's not how science works. It doesn't matter how many fucking scientists agree on the wrong thing. If one guy's got it right, he's fucking right. And they're all wrong. Even if there's fucking 3 million of them, they're all fucking wrong. And this is where science has lost its way.
No, you're absolutely right. And, science is meant to be messy. It's meant to debunk things. You're meant to prove something wrong. You're not meant to prove something right. It's not about proving something right. It's about proving something wrong until you get to the most logical conclusion. That's what it is.
Look at that monk, Bruno, who got thrown in jail for, questioning the shape of the earth.
Yeah. When?
Bruno, the 17th century, I think it was. Let me have a look at. Might have been
round about Copernicus time.
Yeah, well, before him.
Well, but even come back to the 1930s. Look at the guy that made up the Big Bang Theory, right?
Yeah,
a fucking Catholic priest. So all he's done is taken the fucking Bible story and made it into a hypothesis and said this is what happened, which you can't prove. So it's a fucking failed hypothesis because the Big Bang's pretty much discredited right now. So
Giordano Bruno, 1548.
Ooh, lived a while ago then.
Yeah. And what did he say it was? What shape did he say it was?
He is known for his cosmological theories, which conceptually extended the then novel Copernican model. He proposed that the stars were distant suns surrounded by their own planets, and he raised the possibility that these planets might foster life of their own, a cosmological position known as the cosmic pluralism. He also insisted that the universe is infinite and could have no centre.
There you go. So he's either right or he's wrong.
And he was a monk.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there you go. But we don't know. We don't actually fucking know.
No. But if you go against the narrative, you get thrown in jail, like he did.
And it still happens today in this great enlightened age of 2022. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it does happen.
It still happens today.
And if they can't throw you in jail for being anti-narrative, they'll pin something on you just to make you inconvenient. Or what they've been doing on, not so much jail, but what they've been doing on social media. They've been memory holing people. And that sometimes can be even worse because you're taking away somebody's voice, you're taking away somebody's ability to communicate with others, you're taking away their influence.
Well, Bruno was burned at the stake. 1600.
And Mark Changizi could probably have been burned at the stake in 1600s as well. But instead he gets memory hold, so he's now taking them to court.
Yeah, good.
Because of the way they've done this.
Good.
Yeah.
And you know what? If we had the money, I would consider doing the same. And that's why But that's why I made the plea to Elon on Twitter yesterday, the one that's actually got quite a bit of traction. I think that I know he's picking non-mainstream journalists to disseminate the Twitter files. I think we should be bidding or whatever, or appealing to be the ones to talk about the UK Twitter files, because quite frankly, all three of us sitting here and the things that we built and the things that we did were systematically attacked, destroyed, silenced, memory holed, and I imagine there was a lot of state influence involved in that. Call me conspiratorial all you like, but look at the organised attacks and pylons. Are you telling me they were organic? Because I don't think they were. I really don't.
No, I don't think they were either. And the other thing is, Tate's not in jail anymore. He's out.
Yeah, he was out very quickly, wasn't he? And it wasn't just
2
Andrew.
hours or something.
It wasn't just Andrew.
How do we know
arrested.
that? Have we got evidence?
Well, he's been tweeting.
Well, he's been tweeting, and you don't usually get your phone.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that he's tweeting. It could be one of his employees. He's got a lot of employees.
Could be.
Hey, it could be, but evidence. Well, the balance of probabilities tends to indicate that he is actually out.
Yeah, I would agree. Trudy
his last
says
tweet was 11 hours ago. The Matrix sent their agents, and the one after that was a retweet. So
yeah.
He hasn't tweeted a lot.
No,
he's not tweeted a lot. Well, he's probably trying to think
But Beats Crate says no, he's still locked up.
Well, how can you confirm?
We do need to confirm that before we don't know is the answer, because like Adam said, that could have been anyone tweeting from his account.
Well, yeah, they would need access to his account though, and I can't see him giving a lot of people access. I
think there'll be a twist to this story. I think we will find out that he is people trafficking, but who is people trafficking?
That's not the story.
According to @WebSquirrel in our YouTube chat, he's been detained for 90 days or 30 days.
No, right. Okay, this 30-day, this fucking 90-day rolling thing. Yeah, but nobody knows. That's just a standard.
It's Eastern Europe.
Yeah, you don't know what the fuck's going on. And the problem is, they're still going on about the people trafficking thing, and that's not what he was picked up for. It's fucking money laundering. That's the thing. This whole situation's still a fucking mess.
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I don't really know if I should say this. He probably was doing it.
Yeah, but he could have been, but then again, was supposed to be fucking innocent until proven guilty.
Well, exactly, and that's why I said he probably was. Because also, on the other hand, he may not have been. Right? BBC News says my eyesight's shit, but I think that says 30 days according to Trudy. So yeah, he's not out then.
Well, you can't fucking take what the BBC News says as gospel, can you?
It looks like he's quite probably not out.
Right. Okay. Well, let's wait and see how this develops.
Do you think though, if he does get released, he's just gonna fucking jump straight on his private jet and get out of there?
Yeah.
Why would he? Romania isn't that lawful, so it's probably a good place for him to stay.
Well, it's also probably a good place to go. Remember, guys, I've got millions of dollars. And I will give you some of that money.
He's got a few politicians in Romania on his fucking in his pocket.
Oh yeah. I mean, the man's rich. Well, the man claims to be rich as hell. He's got a mansion in Romania. He's got a mansion in Dubai. Right? He's got private jet. He goes everywhere. So he's obviously got the money to fund these things from somewhere.
Yeah.
It seems to be he made a lot of his money in webcam girls. So he would manage a bunch of webcam girls. And this is where I think people are getting the people trafficking from. That he was trafficking girls.
These girls are there's a couple of girls that supposedly accused him of rape and unlawful imprisonment, basically. Kidnapping or whatever.
See, we've got no statements from any of the victims either, and they're all alleged victims. They've just made these claims, and they've given details of the method that he used to do it, and we've got nothing more than that.
Look at Julian Assange, and the two girls that claimed he raped them in Sweden.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which turned out to be a load of shite.
Those charges have fully been dropped, haven't they?
Yeah.
I mean, the only real thing that Assange is facing is these treason charges in the US. How can you commit treason against the fucking country that you're not a citizen
for treason? How can you commit treason against a country that you're not a citizen of?
That doesn't make any sense. It makes
no sense whatsoever.
They just need to make an example of him, don't they? And that's what this is all about. It's also not about really sending a message to him. It's about sending a message to you and me and Adam and people like us who do this sort of thing. And we have, granted, we give some funny shows. We do funny. We do laughs, ha ha ha. But we have broken some. We've broken some quite. We've broken some stuff over the last couple of years, and we've talked about some very serious stuff. And I've had exclusive interviews with people like heads of NHS trusts and stuff like that, and we've had NHS mental health nurses on here, and we do a bit of everything. But it's about sending a message to people like us. You shut up, you stay in your box, you stay in your place, you stay in your lane, and you just do as you're told.
Well, look at the don't pay thing.
Where'd it go?
Yeah,
we fucking dug into that for 3 weeks before we let that out.
Yeah, but where'd it go? It's gone, isn't it?
Exactly. Well, it's disappeared. It disappeared quite quickly after we fucking...
Yeah.
Was it the Daily Mail first?
Trudy says, if they are making false allegations, I guess, against Tate, then I hope they are promised. I absolutely agree with you. I think that...
Yeah, but they won't be.
And this sounds extremely controversial, I know, because people might not like the sound of this, but I think that anybody who makes a false allegation should suffer the exact same consequences as whatever the person would have got if they'd been found guilty.
Yeah, why not?
I do. I think that would be a big deterrent from making false allegations. I really do. I think that the punishment that they should receive it's got to be as harsh, if not harsher, because you are ultimately attempting to destroy someone's life. And I'm not talking about just get them slapped with a criminal charge and maybe a prison sentence, because their life beyond that is done. They're an offender. They're on a register. They can't work in loads of places. They probably wouldn't be able to be around children or have children, right? So, honestly, I think that someone who makes a false allegation should get the same punishment.
So, moving on.
Yes. Should we go to the slides?
Well, let's talk about Farage first.
Go on.
Because he's fucking jumped in as a massive bedwetter. Now, I thought the bedwetting time was well by. I mean, that's 3 fucking years, right? And Farage jumps in on this China thing as bedwetter extraordinaire. And do you think part of the government's U-turn is coming from him as well, or, you know, from his fucking voice? Because let's face it, the sheeple like to hear him talk. I mean, he still reminds me of that fucking alien out of Farscape. I don't know why they like to hear him talk, but he's a knob.
So what has he said then, John?
Well, he said that we should be thinking about restrictions. We should be testing all the Chinese coming in, or we should be shutting the airspace to them, or we should be shutting our borders to everyone, right? Yeah. And then the next step just becomes face coverings and fucking down that route, and before you know it, you're back where you were 2 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've just checked his tweets out.
Fucking madness.
He is asking for travel restrictions, isn't he, on Chinese visitors at the moment?
It's disappointing, but then again,
it's fucking ludicrous. That's what it is.
Yeah, but
it's absolutely ludicrous.
I'm not finished, right?
Yeah,
because I think that he is a cautionary tale, right? And the reason he is a cautionary tale, he is proof, in my eyes, that you shouldn't put stock in heroes, right?
Yeah,
because they just end up disappointing you. They just, I mean, I hope nobody fucking thinks of me as a hero, or you, John, because Jesus Christ, we're not that.
If I'm your hero, you're well fucked.
What?
What?
What are you saying?
I said, if I'm your hero, you're well fucked.
Yeah, that's
you know, I'm
true.
Just generally addressing the world.
I mean, Adam's a hero.
Oh, thanks.
He's one of my heroes anyway, because without him, I wouldn't have been able to do a lot of the stuff that I do.
Yeah.
Hero.
Adam's like the fucking hero that they used to call the Scarlet Pimpernel. You never fucking know where he is and when he's going to turn up.
It's a privilege to have him on the show. It's a privilege. He turns up. Vaughan says, not so sure shutting our borders is a bad idea, but not because of COVID.
Well, you know what? You don't need to shut the borders to stop people coming in over the sea. You really don't.
Trudy has just serenaded us in the chat with the lyrics for Hero.
That's lovely.
Is it Ricky? Who was it?
Enrique
Iglesias.
Enrique Iglesias.
Enrique Iglesias. I could be a hero, baby.
What's her name was on the Jennifer Hewitt was on the. Was it Jennifer Love Hewitt? She was in the video.
Ooh, Jennifer Love Who's Chit.
Oh, nice.
Anyway. So Vaughan says, you know, Adam used to be a helicopter pilot.
Yeah, Vaughan used to be in the 69th fucking C Division based in Afghanistan, didn't he?
Jesus Christ. Yes!
No, nobody used to be Jesus Christ. Well,
have you seen the fucking state of me?
Well, you do look a bit. Let me see your palms. Show me your palms. No, okay. No stigmata. We're all right.
They have healed my child.
When the stigmata appeals people, it is the end times.
They have healed my child. After centuries of
right, let's go to the slides. Adam, what's the first slide?
Sorry, chaps. I was just investigating Andrew Tate's webcam website, myfreecams.com.
Oh, are they free?
Let's nip over to the slides.
Whoa, don't yeah.
Yeah, let's not nip over to Andrew Tate's webcam site. Let's not do that.
If I click on the wrong button, this could be interesting.
Oh.
Here we go.
I thought Adam was bringing in talking down the space shuttle, Vaughn.
Could you cut into just the black square around the slide?
I can do that. Let me do that for you now.
It's not as good as you, Ben.
I know.
I know, yeah. Tell me about it.
Not as well organised, is he?
So anyway, the story is, Shock Horror Probe, Hooters is going to shut and rebrand itself.
No! I mean, what?
Yeah, because apparently millennials just aren't that into boobs.
Liars! They're liars! I said it last week, I'm saying it again. You are all fucking perverts. Every last bloody one of you, millennial or not. Stop bloody lying to virtue signal.
Now, Chuck Callisto, who prefaces every one of his fucking tweets with breaking news, even when it's 3 days old. Because one of his recent tweets, he had breaking news and we'd reported on it on Monday.
Yeah.
And he published it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
That's not fucking breaking news, Chuck.
Right. Have either of you ever been to Hooters?
Yes, I have.
I've been to Hooters.
I've never been to Hooters.
I've been to Hooters in the States as a child, and Nottingham also had a Hooters.
Yeah, I've been to Nottingham Hooters.
And I've been to Nottingham Hooters as well.
Okay.
And I tell you what, the chicken wings are fantastic.
They are.
They really are. And I mean,
I like chicken wings.
I do.
As good as KFC.
Better.
Yes.
Better.
You know, DiMaggio's used to do good chicken wings.
Yeah, but Hooters do great chicken wings, and you know the ambience in Hooters is just top class.
I can't comment. I've never been to Hooters.
Were you impressed when you went there, Ben?
I wouldn't say I was impressed, but I certainly enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
Were you
Were you there for
Adam?
the food?
I was there for the food,
Well,
but it was still a nice, harmless night out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not exactly unfamily friendly, really. I mean, it's not like a strip club.
No, it's not. I mean, literally, the women just wear these Hooters tops.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
And they wear some short shorts as well.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, but you can't touch them or they don't do lap dances or
No,
anything like that.
none of that. They just
You'd have greasy fingers anyway, and you'd smell of chicken. So you know.
all they do is serve you above average chicken wings, right?
No, I can't do it. I can't, can I? I can't do it. Can I?
I don't know.
It's a joke.
Were you going to say something along the lines of the wings aren't the only thing that are above average?
No. I wasn't going to say that. What I was going to say, what's the difference between a KFC and a woman?
No, let's not.
What?
Let's not.
Okay.
Nope. Let's not. Let's face it, right? Hooters is fucking harmless. It is harmless. And at the end of the day, millennial men saying this shit, it is just that. It is shit. They are lying. And the reason they're lying is because of ESG, because of wokeism, because of things like that.
Yeah,
because
you're right.
they're absolutely bloody terrified to admit that they have natural attraction and natural instincts. It is completely normal and completely natural.
You don't even need to have huge boobs to work in Hooters.
No, you don't. No. You don't.
And they don't actually wear tops like that girl in the thingy. It's more like a t-shirt.
Yeah.
So the whole thing's, we're not as pervy as you think. They're just good, wholesome girl next door types.
Well, exactly.
There was a girl in the Nottingham one that had one eye.
How do you know?
Because
she
did work. She did work in Burger King, and I remember talking to her.
Oh my God! And just say, "Hey,
I've moved from Burger King to Hooters."
And what? Did you ever find out how she lost her eye or whatever?
No. I tried to avoid her eyes.
It was probably an accident with the fucking Diddy donut machine.
Bit of hot fat.
That's right, okay. Why do you want us to stop talking about boobs? I don't understand. You've got boobs, Jesse, haven't you? Are you ashamed of your boobs?
Oh no, let's
And we've got boobs as well. So.
Yeah, I've got some nice boobs here.
There are pictures of me on some of these thumbnails in a bra.
I've put a lot of weight on. Put a lot of weight on over this Christmas thing. I'm going to have to really go for it.
Beach Crates is pointing out that
Starting
Adam
on
has
Monday.
a thing for one-eyed girls.
What do you call a blind deer? No idea. Next.
Next. Oh, it's the cock. The Hancock.
Yeah, it's a cock. So,
It's the cock.
It's a shame.
So his book tour hasn't been going very well, has it?
Colour me fucking shocked.
He obviously thought winning. Did he win it? No, he didn't win it. He got chucked out early. Third, something like
Third,
that.
yeah, it came third, I think.
Third. So he obviously thought that was going to boost his book, but it didn't.
No, it didn't. And everybody's asking us to please go back to talking about boobs.
It's expensive.
We'll get back to boobs eventually. Don't worry about it.
Will we?
Everything revolves around boobs.
It's a word. It's
Or
revolved.
It
boobs
is
revolve
expensive.
around everything.
It's
What's
revolved.
expensive? His book. Yeah,
Yes,
but it doesn't-
18. Recommended retail price is £25. It's £18.05. That's pricey.
Have you ever bought a book at the recommended retail price?
Do you know what? I'm shocked that on the cover of his book, it's not him wearing a Superman suit. Right? Because it is basically how I saved the country from the COVID.
Yeah, you did fuck all, Matt. You saved nobody. In fact, I think the reverse is more true.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, John.
I love the reviews on Amazon are quite hilarious as well. So go and read the 1-star reviews if you get a chance. Nauseating, self-serving tripe. A gross, vain reworking of the facts we all witnessed.
Well,
clear case of bipolar disorder.
hold on. Because when we get to the end of this list, then you can take us to the Amazon review.
I will leave that open.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
We'll
Right,
put a pin in
next.
it.
Next.
This is like a gong. Look, we'll put a pin in it.
That's like a gong.
Do you like my new sign?
It's lovely. It should be illuminated though.
I got it for I didn't choose it. If
Oh,
I chose it, it'd have been neon.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you could adapt it. You could like drill holes in it and put a light behind it so that they get rays of light shining out from it.
Or if anybody would like to purchase me a neon Coca-Cola sign, feel free to do
You're
so.
such a tart. Right, is that Sam Smith?
I
It is,
think
isn't it?
so.
No idea.
No, I think that's Sam Smith.
I
What the fuck
think
is this guy
so.
thinking? No, it is him. I'm 100% sure it's him. There's also a picture of him naked on a boat, right?
Ooh, spicy.
Well, it's not really because he's sort of sitting like a fucking. He's sort of giving it that kind of girl pose, so his bits
Isn't
are
he
covered
the guy
up.
that sort of sings like this? How tempts me?
No, that's Ben Honeysett.
Cock off, you prick. That's it, I quit. Fuck you, I'm out.
You quit last week as well. Oh, excuse me. He's off. Right. So anyway, yeah, that's Sam Smith. So what the fuck? Right. Has he got a new record coming out or something, Adam?
I have no idea. I will Google and find out.
Yeah, because I think this guy's got to have some. He's got to have some sort of angle. I mean, what the fuck is he thinking? Because I'm pretty sure he lost a lot of weight. He's a singer, isn't he? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, promo photos for his version of Funky Moped. Yeah, he is a singer, I'm sure.
Yes.
No, it's not me. I've never looked like that. I've never been quite as bad as that.
All right, you pricks, you get one more chance.
Oh, you're back. Oh, we're back. We're back. Thank you, Ben.
One more fucking chance.
You know we love you. Fucking suck it up. Come on, big boy. Get right back in there. So what's this prick up to? Is he just trying to generate promo for his forthcoming album or something?
He hasn't done a song in a long time either.
Oh, Jessie didn't really help, did she? In the chat.
Nah.
No, don't go. Oh no. Oh, whatever. Whatever shall we do? Anyway, continue. Oh, Ben. Oh, Ben.
John, I think you should recreate that picture.
You should recreate that picture.
No,
You've got
you
hair for
should. You've got the hair for it.
it. I don't have a scooter.
Oh, we can sort that.
Fuck you.
If anybody would like to
Take
see
pictures
John
of me on
recreate that
scooter.
scooter, then please donate him a scooter.
I need a big fur coat as well.
Oh, that we can sort that as well.
Yeah, donate me a scooter and a fur coat. And
Gonna
I'll
end in tears.
if you donate me a scooter and a fur coat, I will recreate that picture.
Gonna end in tears.
What? Why would it end in tears?
Well, for a start, that coat's gonna get caught in the back wheel of that scooter.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm going to drive the scooter with the coat on. I'm just going to recreate the picture. The deal was recreate the picture. It wasn't fucking perform stunts, was it? Nobody said anything about stunts.
You've got to do like more than the picture, though, haven't you? You can't just leave it at that.
No, you don't. I might go as far as dyeing my hair blonde. I've done that before. But I'm not fucking recreating. I'm not doing stunts. Speaking of stunts, did you see that stunt I sent you earlier? The guy base jumping off that tower.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to sting in the morning.
You know, he's dead, John.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's what I think.
I mean, if he's not
Who's
dead,
died?
he broke every bone in his body.
Did you play it full screen?
Adam,
You should have played it full screen.
Adam, do you have it?
No, you
I'm
don't.
just
No,
looking.
don't play
so.
it. Don't play it on YouTube because
Don't-
we'll get
Okay.
put in an 18 or something.
So there
Because
is-
see if you play it full screen. See when he lands at the bottom, there's a huge puff of snow comes up.
So
Because
did
my
this,
first thought is, I bet the guy with the camera fucking climbed down after that.
well, of course he did. So just to describe what Johnny's talking about, there is a video. There are two men that are clearly base jumping. They're up the top of a giant tower. One of them, it's snowy, it's nice and it's picturesque, it's wintry, it looks beautiful. One of them's got the camera, one of them does the first jump. The guy jumps off, his trail for his parachute comes out nicely. Parachute
And
doesn't come
that's
out,
all that came out.
and he just hits the deck. And there is a very large puff of snow, and as far as I'm concerned, he's probably dead.
I think
Yeah,
he's
but-
dead.
If there's a puff of snow, that means the snow's quite soft, so he could have survived.
Well, there's two ways around that, okay? Either the snow's very soft or the snow was hard and he hit it fucking hard.
I mean, people have very rarely survived skydives without a parachute.
Mm.
Yeah, they have.
Right.
There was one air stewardess she fell out a plane that broke up in mid-flight at 37,000 feet and survived by landing in a peat bog after falling through a fir tree forest.
She
So
would
they
have still
reckon-
broken pretty much every bone in her body.
No, she actually wasn't that bad because the branches of the trees slowed her down and then the peat bog kind of cushioned her landing.
So when I was younger and more athletic, and I was pretty
You used
athletic
to
when I was
jump
younger.
down the stairs, didn't you, Ben?
Yeah,
From the top.
yeah.
Oh, we've all done that. Come on, haven't we?
Right. But I'm not
We've
saying
all
that.
jumped down the stairs from the top. Have you never done that, Adam?
So what?
I have many times.
And have you sledded down the stairs
Oh,
on a
yeah.
tree?
I have.
Yes.
I have.
Oh yeah.
But the cushion's at the bottom.
Yeah. And have you sledded down a stair with a turn in it? That seems
Yes.
better fun.
Do you know what? Because I've got a stair lift, so my stairs have got a turn in them, right? And because I've got a stair lift, I've got a big rail that goes all the way down the side, and my son just sits on the rail at the top and then slides down it and slides down the stairs.
Seems reasonable.
It is
Entirely reasonable.
well, it's entirely appropriate, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing that I really wanted to save money for when I was younger and more athletic was a base jumping kit. And
Yeah,
looking at that video, I'm so glad I didn't.
There's not a lot of room for error in base jumping. At
Yeah.
least when you jump out a perfectly good airplane with a parachute, you've got a spare.
Not only have you got a spare, because most base jumpers carry a reserve chute as well. But the
Yeah, but
difference,
there's no time. That's the problem.
I was going to say the difference between plane jumping and base jumping is time, right?
Yeah.
When you base jump, you've got seconds. You've got
Yes.
seconds before you hit that deck. I mean, the roller coaster Stealth at Fort Park is only 205 feet high. I've seen someone base jump off that, right? 205 feet is not a lot of margin for error when you're falling at terminal velocity. It's just not.
No.
No.
Well, you wouldn't even reach terminal velocity from that height. I wouldn't have thought.
No, you probably wouldn't, but you're accelerating at 9.8 meters per second.
But what will be happening is this. He'll be pulling his parachute as he's jumping off at 205 feet.
Yeah.
But Artifacting Reality says that's why you shouldn't do it. Do you know what? I would love to have done it. I really would have loved to have done it. I'm just not in any shape or condition to now. One thing I would like to do, though, is a bungee jump in my wheelchair. I would like to do that.
Not a great fan of bungee jumping.
I've done it twice.
No. Your retina's detached and that's it, you're blind.
Yep, detached retinas.
Well, I've done it twice and not suffered detached retinas.
Yeah, okay.
And
that means that the third time you won't get a detached retina.
You're going to have to buy a new wheelchair as well. Once you've done it in your wheelchair and the wheelchair goes flying down and you're hanging from the bungee, your wheelchair's smashed to smithereens.
Well,
no, I think he's intending that the bungee would be strapped to him.
To the wheelchair.
He would be strapped to the wheelchair.
I'd be strapped to the wheelchair. The bungee would be strapped to the wheelchair. So so basically I'd be sitting down and just flipping around like a fucking ragdoll. It sounds great.
No.
Sounds dangerous.
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I don't like bungee jumping, especially when you go to one of those bungee jumps. I think it was New Zealand where they miscalculated and put somebody on the wrong bungee for the height of the jump. And they bungee jumped into the ground.
See, I bungee jumped into the water once, so my hair was soaked.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a bit close.
That was pretty good.
That is a bit close, though.
It was good. It was good fun.
Did you hit the surface?
Yeah.
Well, if his hair was wet, unless he pissed himself and it ran down his legs. But anyway, hold on a minute. So, what if someone slightly heavier than you jumped on that bungee?
Then their head would have gone underwater.
Yeah, no, and maybe hit a rock and killed them.
It was above a harbour, and the water was pretty deep, and there's no rocks.
They just wind the rope up a bit.
You're making a lot of assumptions there.
It's an artificial harbour. There's no rocks in there.
Yeah, you're making a lot of assumptions.
Beats Crate says, sounds like something I'm never going to do. Well, I will tell you this, to anybody that's listening to this. If you've not done a bungee jump, you are actually missing out. It is great fun. It is great
I've been to loads of places, Ben, where you can do bungee jumps, and I've always looked at great, you want to go and do it, but I'm not doing that.
I'd rather jump out of a serviceable aircraft with a parachute than do a bungee jump.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair enough.
Right, carry on.
Carry on. Let's go to the next slide.
Okay.
Trudy says she would rather defecate in her own hand than clap. Artifacting Reality says, I'd rather have COVID.
Yeah, well, okay. Would you notice? Anyway, yeah. So there you go. Look at this. See this? Have you seen this trend? Right? Have you seen this, guys? No.
No.
So people film their family or their friends or whatever, and they go in and say such and such is dead.
Wow.
And people think it's funny.
Is it for TikTok?
Yeah. Of course, it's for TikTok.
Falling stars.
China is asshole.
But it's stupid. But the thing is, it's now rolling over into like YouTube Shorts, and you're getting things like Bruce Springsteen's dead, and he's not, and we know he's not, and it's fucking complete misinformation. But it's complete misinformation. You're putting up things that people aren't dead, and these people are putting things these people are dead, and then they'll have a whole fucking list of people believing it. It's like when I was doing some B-roll today for our review of the year, which is coming on Tuesday.
It is coming on Tuesday now, guys.
Coming on Tuesday, our review of the year. But
there's a lot of work going into it. I was
getting some B-roll, and oh my God, some of the fucking people that believe the propaganda that came out of Ukraine, I mean, bravo, Ukraine.
So, I just have one question, and I've asked it repeatedly when it comes to Ukraine, and we'll get back onto this slide in a minute, but I think this question is extremely relevant, because I've been asking it for pretty much a year now. Everybody in this world these days is a journalist. You all have smartphones, high definition cameras. You can film pretty much anywhere you are, and most people have access to some kind of 5G or Wi-Fi or 4G or something like that to upload that footage. So why is there not daily footage from all angles of what's going on in Ukraine. Where is it? Where is it? I'm not inferring anything from it. I'm not saying something is or isn't happening. I'm simply inquiring because you right there can be a journalist. Anyone can get their camera out and film this shit. Where is it?
Just to put this in perspective, you guys, I know I don't look that old, but I am old, right? I remember sitting watching the news in Hong Kong in 1972, 73, right? Mm-hmm. And every news there was footage from the Vietnam War. Mm-hmm. Every day there was footage from the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War was winding up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right? Yeah.
So there was footage on the news every bloody day.
Yeah.
Now,
same with Iraq.
Yeah, but nobody had a phone in 1972.
Yeah.
No.
Nobody had a camera, but there was footage every day about the war in Vietnam War. It was the same during the Falklands War. There was footage every day from the war.
Yeah.
But we have had some great footage from Ukraine. We've had Ben Stiller, we've had Sean Penn, we've had Angelina Jolie.
You two in the subway.
You too. Yeah.
We've had Arma 3, we've had DCS, we've had Call of Duty, and we've had the Lucasfilm Arts Russian TIE fighter.
We have.
It's been brilliant.
I'm going to the little boys' room. I shall be back shortly.
You cannot get the fucking staff. Jesus Christ.
Well, an hour and 15 minutes isn't bad for an old guy with a 2-beer bladder.
Do you know what I'll do?
What we do?
I'll do a musical.
You're going to get me across to me?
Shall I do a musical interval?
Oh, fuck. If you must. Sorry, people.
I'll do a musical interval for you. I'm going to turn off all my filters. I'll give you a little bit of a song just to cheer you up. And there's a little bit of a... And because it's Shalini's birthday. I will play for you. Hopefully I'm echoing right now. Am I echoing? Please let me know. Am I echoing? Echo.
You are echoing.
Am I?
Yes, you are.
Can you hear this? Oh, something going on there. Just for Shalini. When Boris Johnson addressed the nation, he said you must stay home. Lockdown, cower in fear for 3 weeks, which became 2 years. And I said, fuck you, Boris. You can shove your lockdown up your asshole. Fuck you, Boris. You can shove your lockdown up your... What? Play the tambourine, Adam, for fuck's sake, says Trudy.
I don't have a tambourine. I want one. I need cowbell, not tambourine.
We rise together. Never can we be stopped.
Angle my keys.
It's time.